Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Congressman, very good to see you here. Thank you for meeting with me in my office. I appreciated that discussion, and I'm going to start with the question in reference to what you just talked about, because back in 2018, under President Trump's first administration, the VA and Cerner, which is now Oracle Cerner, signed a no-bid contract to roll out the Cerner electronic health record to all VA facilities. And the first site went live in my home state in 2020. And it was disastrous. VA and Oracle endangered patients by rushing the deployment, not making sure the system was technically sound, not working with the clinicians on the ground, and not providing sufficient training. And veterans and providers in my home state are still paying the price for that. Last month, VA announced that it would be moving forward with pre-deployment activities at the next 4 sites. For the electronic health record. You said, you referenced it here, that you plan to make EHR a priority. I want to know what specifically that means. Are you going to prioritize it by rushing the implementation, or are you going to prioritize it by getting this system right and focusing on veteran safety and clinical productivity as you move forward?
Thank you, Senator. I did enjoy our time together in your office. Where there's the old saying that there's never a more perilous issue than to be on the tip of a new idea. And I think it goes back a long ways. And that's very true what happens here. When I say that we're going to make this a priority, it means that we're going to see, for me, it's going to be taking it as a full, all right, I'm taking the first step and I'm going to look at it from fresh eyes. I've not been there for what even this committee would have to say has been too long and cost too much money. We're going to talk about the vendor from Oracle. We're going to make sure that we're finding out what their issue is. We're going to listen to our clinicians. We're going to listen to our hospitals. And as I said just a few minutes ago, we're special in who we care for, but we're not unique. There's no reason in the world we cannot get this done. And I think that's the concern that I have, because this body, and you in particular, have done such a great job with the appropriations process of making sure that we're funding a system that we're now sitting here 6 to 8 years away and nothing's happened. And that causes, just as the senator was talking about, not only the transition, but it affects the patients internally. We've got to get better health records so that we can not only have the issue with our one-on-one doctor interaction, we can move faster, they can see the information ahead, and it's safer for the patient. So for me, as soon as possible, in the very early stages, if confirmed, I'm going to gather together members of my staff that will be specifically tasked to, as soon as possible, within the first days of this administration, to see what is the issue, why is it waiting, and why did the previous administration who just left say that they may try to start it back in 26? I'm not sure why a year would take here. I believe that we can do it and do it properly, not rushed. There's enough information there that I believe we can actually get it done quicker, but it's going to take looking at.
So the first step would be to bring Oracle Cerner in along with your staff. Please make sure that you talk with those people on the ground that have been dealing with this to understand what has gone wrong, why it's been such a problem, as you take on those next steps. And I would also ask that you please stay in touch with me. This has been, this committee knows, my top priority, and I have just been so frustrated with it. So I want to stay in touch with you.
Senator, you would be amazed at how many conversations I've had, and we've had as well with this. We can't overemphasize enough of why it needs to get done. But being on the Hill in positions like yours, it's also an understanding that this has become too normal for projects that come out of the Hill. Too normal that we appropriate billions of dollars and yet see no results in 6 to 8 years. I think President Trump and the administration, when he started this, had the right idea, and we're going to continue that. So we're going to have to work together. At this point, the finger pointing's done. It's time to get it done for one reason and one reason only. As I said earlier, the mission is the vet. It's the veteran who has earned the benefit, and if we're not giving the right tools for that, then the doctor, the clinician, the nurses are not able to mesh. And I will not accept we can't do it. I will not accept I don't know. I will not accept we don't have enough money, we don't have enough. You've had 8 years and billions of dollars. So I'm with you on this. We will definitely work together.
Okay, thank you. And quickly, in my last 30 seconds, I'll reference something that Senator Blumenthal mentioned in his opening remarks, and that is I care deeply about our women veterans and that they have the services they need. So I want to just ask you, do you believe a veteran who lives in Texas who has been raped and becomes pregnant should be able to get abortion care at her local VA?
Senator, that is an issue that is very sensitive in this body. It is something that has been looked at. Here's what the law actually says, and the original law from 1992 says the VA does not do abortions. 2 years ago, that was a decision that was looked at and decided. I will tell you this, we will be looking at that issue when I get in there to confirm that the VA is actually following the law.
So do you plan to modify that law then?
I will repeat just what I just said. When we get in, we're going to look and make sure that the law is being followed from the 1992 law where it said they couldn't and the revision that just happened.
Okay, well, I want you to know that I'll be following this very closely. I want to make sure that women veterans get the health care they need.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.